we're excited for them and see how McKenna does. And we have also been having colleges come to our school and talk to us, like Grand Canyon University, the military, I believe the Marines too. And this Friday we're having an assembly schedule where the students are going to play games while the teachers have a luncheon and get together and talk. And so we have to play different games while everyone's they're there. And the security guards are going to be watching us while we play games like football, dodgeball, and different other activities. And then tomorrow, Linker is going to Bakersfield to get more training on how to be more open with our little group. And then Ms. Roney had a meeting with Antelope Valley College, and he personally told me that they call us awesome, so I really like that. And this week we're also having senior auction. If you guys want to go buy a senior, go this week. Yeah. We are also, oh, sorry, I forgot to pass these out. Sorry. We have also been requesting a new ASD advisor. It's going to be no additional cost. She's just going to help us out. And it's going to increase new productivity with ASD and giving RHS more spirit. We have also the ASD clerk has been helping us with our paperwork for when the auditor comes, so we can have our paperwork in order and not be written on again in this newspaper. And then ROTC is going to have a food drive December 1st through the 17th for families in need, and I think it's really good. And that's our report.
Okay. Thank you, students. We're really proud of our Pride nominees. We want to focus on them really quick, kind of shine them off a little bit. Mr. Prater's not here because he's with, once again, CAF. We're really excited about that. Due to the distance, we had to set him up because you don't really have some good competitions if they fly up at 3 in the morning just to get to the race. So we wanted the best fight, and I know they're doing a good job. Our technology, we're working on our school site blog. Please take a look at it on the school website. We have a great website for the district. We're adding the blog in order to show all the activities. We add pictures on it, plus a little commentary. So please take a look at that. We're really excited. With respect to curriculum, our department chairs are doing an amazing job at taking ownership of the curriculum and the direction where it's going. Really like to see that sort of up close contact with them. Department chairs are meeting with the teachers, and so we love that. For our on-site location, our school site council, we just had a meeting on Monday. The primary focus of that was parent involvement and also participation in the district level or advisory council. Facilities, we have a new location or a new direction going on with our new hires, and they're definitely running and catching up to speed. That's been a great benefit, so we appreciate that. Under college and grants, recently attended AB 86 meeting. Thank you for that plug. Yes, they did promote us, and they were excited for our participation. We're working on collaboration for adult education and furthering opportunities to get more funding for that area with the vertical collaboration. Also, while being there, it came up for Educating for Careers, a conference that's going on. I quickly made a phone call. The people that are promoting that are actually some members from Kern High School District. As soon as we said our name, Southern Kern Unified, Rosemont High School, they jumped on it. Absolutely, please come up. We'd love for you to present. Also, what's going on with Golden Bell, and so forth. It was kind of neat to not have to talk very much, and they jumped on it and said, please submit your proposals. So that's going with that. Also, in addition to that, we got a recent email/call from a new data company that's trying to open up their market, and they're asking for our advice and what they think, or the directions that they feel they need to go in. And because of our conference that we're heading down to San Diego to present with our link up, they really see our advice as a counsel for them, so they're asking us to jump in and get some information. That was a little pat on the back for Southern Kern Unified. On 11/17, in addition to that, we met with College President Ed Knutson. We discussed our current presentation schedules, which they're going to be going with us to Chicago to present. He made some suggestions, recommendations also with furthering that connection that we have with them, and also some possible options for discussions and future presentations. We are still, again, I'm still a member of their advisory council. They have a meeting coming up, but it actually coincides with the presentation schedule. They know that. They're thanking our participation. So I gladly recommend, I'm kidding. But they definitely are having us again this year on their advisory ad hoc council, and we're participating. There's only 2 schools that are allowed at the secondary level, and that's us and SOAR. In addition, we are just grateful. We love our staff. The staff is working really hard, both teachers and classified. They're a great group, probably because we have a wonderful group of students. It's really nice. Also, in that canned food drive, thank you very much. The BFW is leading the way on this. ROTC will be here on the 3rd because they're going to be presenting that day, so they're going to give more information on that and also all the other activities they're doing. That's it. Any questions? Thank you.
And look at the people that showed up. So, you're welcome. Our enrollment is currently at 842. We continue to enroll new students on all grade levels. We presently have 5 outstanding enrollment packets, which will put us at 847. Our Student of the Month Assembly on November 3rd, 2014 at 8 a.m. was a big success. We are very excited to recognize all of our awesome kids. We also recognize our recipients of the Character Trait of the Month, and it was cooperation. During November, we began working on giving, and our December awards for Student and Character of the Month will be December 1st at 8 a.m., and you're all welcome to join us. The PTA has been working hard. We hosted our book fair October 16th, the week of October 16th. We had a great turnout, and the PTA is looking forward to giving back to the students of RES. The PTA also hosted 2 nights. The first was Common Core Night for parents. Teachers led this night of information and good tips on how to best support and help their students with homework and to study for tests. That was actually Valerie Andrews who led that, so we want to thank you, and she did an awesome job. They also hosted our first annual family game night. This is a night of fun for all to join us in fellowship as we played board games with our school as a family, and the cafeteria was packed. We were so excited. A couple more families and we would have had been on the floor, and we would have been okay with that. The PTA will also be opening a Santa store called the Penguin Patch. This will provide all of our students an opportunity to buy something for their family. They would like to invite all of you to stop by and do some Christmas shopping as well, and that will be December 8th through the 14th. The students all had a blast at the Fall Festival, as they were all enrolled in Monster University. A special thanks to RHS for lending their students, and Miss Reeder for helping with that, and Ms. Myers.
And Major Tinsley.
Yes, thank
And
you.
Mr. Tibbs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we had a great time. I'm not going to confirm or deny any pie throwing that happened that day. The first grade classes performed a turkey time on Monday and Tuesday. We want to thank all the parents who came out and supported their students, and to the first grade staff for putting on the best Thanksgiving play I've ever seen. And actually, my son has been in one, so it was still better than that one. So, and those are two of our staff members over there, Miss Jackson and Miss Baldridge. They did an awesome job. Thank you. Today, they also took their students to the LPAC performance of Harry the Dirty Dog, and these kids have truly enjoyed learning about the performing arts. And we have some critics in our first grade, and they said about the play, I liked the dog because he was so funny. I wanted to get up on the stage too, and this is my favorite. It kind of made me laugh so much. So that's what our kids had to say about that play. In summary, Roseman Elementary is working together to continue to improve the caliber of education for all children in an environment that is conducive to learning and succeeding. Are there any questions?
Good evening. Our student enrollment as of today is at 822. For the month of November, we're at 96% attendance. We had our Student of the Month Awards for the month of October on November 3rd, and our November Awards will be held on December 1st at 8 a.m. I know you keep hearing about this, but we were really excited. Our Popcornopolis fundraiser, we raised $24,000 and we're getting back $12,000, and Popcornopolis actually gave us an oversized check. So you'll be seeing those pictures posted soon with us and the winning class, which was one of our kindergarten class, Ms. Collins' class, sold the most popcorn. So, and that money, the $12,000, actually went to our ASB funds, and that's paying for 1 to 2 field trips for each classroom. So, that'll be the last time you hear about it. November 14th, we had our lunch with the principal for 8 of our winners who had perfect attendance for the month of September. We had 430 students with perfect attendance for the month of October. I'm sorry. PTO has our monthly meetings. Our last one took place on November 10th at 6 p.m. in the library. The next one will be held on December 2nd at 6 p.m. Our PTO sponsored our 4th family night with Bites Around the World. There was lots of food, but all of it was gone by the end of the night. It was really good. Our next event will be in January. The date is still to be determined. We haven't sat down and looked at all of that yet. Our second school site council meeting was held on October 22nd at 3 p.m. We approved our school site plan. Our next school site meeting will be on December 12th at 3 p.m. And we're focusing on our emergency supplies for the school. West Park is currently taking part in the Great Bedtime Story Pajama Drive with Scholastic. That ends December 12th. It's for every pajama that we get donated, Scholastic donates a book, and then that goes out to orphanages, foster homes, and shelters. We're also taking part in the Veterans of Foreign Wars food drive that ends this Friday, and our AVID has actually taken over, and they are collecting the food, the canned food from each class and counting, and we're seeing which class gets the most, and our class with the most will actually have a little pizza party. So we're trying to get a lot of food for them. And then November 25th, 2 of our 3rd grade teachers will get interactive projectors installed in their classrooms so that they can pilot for maybe next year's technology. And that's all we have for this month. Any questions? Happy Thanksgiving.
Here about our special education class. We have currently an enrollment of 18. Our attendance and grades are continuously increasing. We have students who are at school regularly now, as opposed to when they were cutting or suspended or something, because they're actually saying that they like coming to school. We have some students who have received what they say is the first A that they've ever had on a report card, and some very happy parents about that. I've sat in on many meetings with parents and teachers, and parents continue to say how happy and thankful they are for this program, because their students for the first time are getting up in the morning saying that they enjoy going to school. They don't have to fight with them anymore to get them there. We're working on transition planning right now for our high school kids. We are starting our workability program up. It will be beginning right after we return from Thanksgiving. For those of you who don't know what the workability program is, we have a grant that allows us to place some of our special education students in jobs in the community. Thank you for community members who participate. In this program, they are placed in a job. They receive a paycheck that they get from the grant funds, and it teaches them work skills for when they graduate. We've had, in the past few years, many students that have maintained employment because they've done so well in their placement that the employers have decided to hire them outright. So it's been very beneficial for our kids. We currently have 8 students that are being placed throughout the district, 2 specifically from my program. We have, let's see, we're also working on post-secondary education training for them, and we do have some students now that are considering college and trade schools for the first time. I'd like to tell you like an example of one of our students. It's a student who, since 9th grade, he did well his 9th grade year. After 9th grade, he spent 2 years failing everything, wanted to drop out of school, very rarely ever came to school. This year, he's coming every day. He's working extremely hard. Not only is he earning his 30 credits for the semester, but he's asking to earn extra. So he's getting set up with some credit recovery classes so he can do even more than what the average student does. So it's an example of how our students, given a second chance, are excelling. We are getting ready to have a contest at our school so we can have a school mascot, because it was pointed out to me that we don't have one and we need school colors. So we're going to have a competition with our students and let them design a mascot and pick colors so we can paint it on our building. Hopefully you'll see that in the future. We're pretty excited. We're also continuing our social skills and aggression replacement training classes. So all of our students go through the classes. They are learning great coping strategies. It's really helping them to deal with their anger and their stress a lot better. And thank you, RES. We will be joining in on their Penguin Patch Days in December so that our students can shop and purchase Christmas gifts for their families as well. And that's about it for us. Thank you. Any questions?
I have enough copies. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Start with attendance. Our attendance for October, the attendance average was 95.44%. Our current enrollment is 635, up 2 from September. Our school site council approved our 2014-15 single plan for student achievement. In addition to ELA and math proficiency goals, the council created a parental involvement goal that will focus on parent communication. The school site council chairman, Chris Tilton, who has been very helpful in our process. Our study hall and intervention and credit retrieval have started and are providing assistance for struggling students. Mrs. Osterly, Ms. Olmos, Mrs. Adams, and Mr. Salazar are providing a great opportunity for our students to improve. We had our first success story that happened today. A student has already completed an English class, completing and making up his missing credits. So he was quite happy because he gets his elective back. He won't be in an intervention class anymore. Tomorrow we'll be having a fundraising dance for Camp Keep. We'll be after school until about 5:15. Mrs. Bones is our Camp Keep chairperson this year. She is working with Mrs. Hillman and Mrs. Galindo to help organize the trip. Our AVID students had a field trip to USC last week. They had a great time. Mrs. Gutierrez was instrumental in getting the trip planned, and we are grateful that our students were able to have this experience. And sports related, basketball, our tryouts are happening this week. We're going to have some preseason games coming up in December and league games start in January. Volleyball just recently ended. Our boys made a huge improvement over the course of the season. And the girls team did qualify for the playoffs as the number 5 seed, but unfortunately they lost last night, so they are out of the tournament. And cross country, our top runners this year were Elena Finch and Trayden Atwell, and the teams had a very successful, fun season. Thank you. That's Team S.
Happy birthday, Sally. So, for at Alternative Education, Rare Earth, and Abraham Lincoln, we have currently enrolled 59 at Rare Earth, and have approximately 8 to 11 students coming from RHS shortly. We have 98 enrolled at Abraham Lincoln. We, on October 27th, we had our first school site council and approved our single school plan. Now, the staff and at Alternative Education have been diligently writing the WASC report. We're working on that. As a staff, we have developed and agreed upon WILD as the acronym for our school-wide goals, or SLOs. Coyotes are wild, and so we have the little acronym WILD, warm and nurturing individuals, independent thinkers, leaders in technology, determined goal setters, and then we have underneath it a breakdown of what each of those means. So we're having posters made to go all the rooms at Alternative Education, and then we have some larger ones on the outside of the rooms, and with a breakdown of each school-wide goal. So this is kind of what it looks like that we'll have made. And these are being made by Mr. Allred and some of the students. We appreciate that for taking their time and talents to actually make these posters. So these will go in our rooms along with the mission and the vision statements for REHS. We are continuing to utilize a credentialed math teacher from RHS for both REHS and ALIS. This has been extremely beneficial for our students, and we hope to see more students passing the CASI math test. We are also using a program called SHMOOP, which is used at the high school. This program, we're doing this in our advisory period, which our advisory period is the very last period of the day. And it's great because it also has CASI prep for English and math. And we're also using it for ASVAB prep. Some of our students want to go into the military. We're also using it for writing essays, grammar practice, and even resume writing. Some of the students were doing that today, and they really liked it. So some really good programs within that program for our students. I'd like to thank Karen Coffey because she actually came over and showed our staff how to use the program. And so they're excited about that. We would also like to thank Mr. Roney, giving our students opportunity to sign up for driver's education through the ACME program over at Alted. That will be good. A lot of kids were very excited about it. They want to get a driver's license, so this is the first start to get the written part done. Many of our, our staff at REHS met with the department chairs of REHS, Patty Galendo, Bob Jotes, the CTE coordinator, and Mr. Roney on October 29th, and we shared with them some of our improvements to our overall curriculum and school culture. The meeting was very collaborative in nature with the RHH department heads offering some helpful suggestions. We also discussed our students participating in electives at RHS in the future, and they very much embraced the idea. We had the CASI testing, which our students at Alternative Education took the test with the students at RHS. It went well, and we're also having the test again in December. We started our Student of the Month program for October. Each of our 4 teachers and teachers at Abraham Lincoln chose a student as Student of the Month. This is a very positive thing. Our students at Alternative Education need this kind of encouragement, and so it's a little bit more of a motivation for them to do well. Mr. Shevlin, one of our teachers, is heading up a blanket drive. We are also going to participate in the food drive / competition with Roseman High School through the BFW. And this week we had a school spirit week, and we had a lot of students participate. So that's it. Any questions?
Marked by December 15th. We have the last piece of the puzzle is the apparatus for the kids. We have done the grading for the ground. The apparatus will be installed, and then the same flooring that was done at West Park, the rubberized flooring will be installed, and all that will be completed by December 15th. So, and then we will be 100% completed in the upgrading of United Park and just maintenance from then on. We have received all the bids for West Park. We will be making a selection of the winners and bringing them to the board, the top 2 to the board, and make a recommendation of which one we'd like to choose. It is a 120-day project. All the bids, pretty much I guess you'd say our average, we're running about $1.1 million for the project. So, is that about right? Yeah, $1.1 million for the project. And we expect to have the groundbreaking before the end of the calendar year. So that will be once we select the bid on December 3rd at the board meeting, we inform them they will have 10 days to start the project. So that project will obviously be started. The good part is that the first part of it is moving dirt, and lots of moving dirt, and that will create obviously some dust issues, but for the majority of that time the kids will be on break. So we're glad about that. So, and we do have a marketing plan ready to go to market to the surrounding homes. Apologizing for the dust, but that's obviously a quality to not only their home value, but the community at large. And it's a very short window of time that they will be having to put up with that. So, and that's it for projects.
How much dirt are we moving?
We are going to move over 2,200 truckloads.
Thank you. Ms. Weinstein.
Pride. So throughout the year we ask that, since our administrators are not always everywhere at once, we ask our employees to, if they see somebody doing something, going above and beyond, doing something that they feel should be recognized, we last year created the Pride Form that allows any employee to recognize another employee, and to write that Pride Form up with what they saw and nominate them for a certificate, Pride certificate. At the same time, all of those are copied, all the nominations are copied and delivered to the board, as is unfiltered, so that the board can see that the employees are recognizing each other. And we have those awards, as well as the top 5 selected that will win a $25 gift certificate. And so we have those certificates for our president of the board, Ms. Sandy Kirk, to give out to our employees.
We're all gonna do it.
All right, each one of these says the superintendent and board of education are proud to present the Pride Award to the nominee for your efforts and commitment to quality service. Something to roar about. 2014, 2015, and they may be worth something. They have all our autographs. So, first one
We have to
is
save them though.
to Jason McComb. Trinidad Gonzalez. Thank you.
Sir?
Kathy Baldridge.
Just wait there at the end, we'll take a picture with everybody. No, I was gonna give it to you. I was being Thank you.
And he's not here, he's busy with cross country. Caleb Schroeder. Cindy Simpson. Valerie Andrews. Kate Baker. Ellen Jackson. Diane,
Where you going?
Diane Dionese. Tim Fikert. Lula Olmos. Thank you. Sharon Ulrich. Thank you. Jim Quellman. One of my son's favorite teachers. Rhonda Deal.
James too.
James.
Maybe one of my son's least favorite teachers. Krista Reeder.
But favorite one.
Oh, what is this PDA? Come on.
Arms held.
Stephanie Lapari.
Have we gone down the line? Yeah.
Dina DiCaprio. Cindy McNutt. Kim Schmidt.
She's advertising.
Sean Riley. Osterly. Bertha Valdivia. Thank you. Katie Notterman. Thank you.
And we have reviewed all of them, and we'd like the board to read the 5 Pride or Something for More About forms that earn the $25 certificate.
All right, the first one goes to Bertha Valdivia. And it says Bertha goes above and beyond her job each morning. She greets the students by name as they exit the buses, helps them tie shoes, fix their backpacks, etc. Her kind manner is a great way to start the day and a positive one.
Katie Notterman.
Our new vice principal has blended in with our RES family as if she was created just for us. Aww. She is never too busy to take on one more thing. I don't read kindergarten. No, I'm kidding. One more thing, which includes being very active with our teacher-led PTA. She is making things happier. Making things happen, and happier, I'm sure, to increase our potential to excel as an elementary school and do great things in our community.
This one's for Mrs. Andrea Ostrelli. Mrs. Ostrelli leads our special education department. We have had major changes to the department. I'll just say Mrs. O. has been helping our new department members in every way possible. She helps new teachers with IEPs and curriculum. We're short one department member, and Mrs. O has taken one of those students to our own caseload, almost doubling her case students. Thank you. Congratulations.
Ms. Baldridge, Kathy Baldridge. This is a most amazing woman, teacher, and mentor. She supports everyone and then does more. She also has.
When they're handwritten, it's hard.
She also has joined RES.
Oh, joined RES, PTA, and then chairs several committees to raise and for our students. She doesn't know the word no. She just keeps going. Congratulations.
Thank you. Do you need your glasses?
Yeah, I need your glasses.
Sean Riley. To help both teachers and students. He does his job professionally and with a smile on his face.
Thank you again.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Mr. Otis moved this to Mr.
Elementary school, that's going to become very important as we move forward. Obviously, the lowest interest rate we can get on those bonds when they're sold, the better, and the less taxes paid by the community for the building of that school. Finally, in December, the board, as well as myself and our student representative, will be going up to San Francisco for the California California State Board Association's annual conference, which we do each year, which offers us workshops and trainings for our board as well as administration and student member. So we're looking forward to that. And that'll wrap up the first semester, and it has gone fast.
Okay. There's plenty more that worked hard and diligently that weren't on there. I think it's almost been half a year. Now that you say that. So, first semester, like the congratulations to cheer and the band, they got first place in their last competitions. That's all I have. Welcome, Mrs. Roney. It must be date night. Spending quality time with your husband. He's very busy. So, that's all I have.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. Happy birthday, Sally. Congratulations to Chair and Band. Also, a shout out to the girls cross country team for taking first place in our league. And shout out to the boys and girls cross country for going to CIF. And shout out to my daughter who only has to place 10th to make this state, and she can do it. Congratulations to all the Pride winners. We were well deserving of it, and so were so many others. Went to the AVBSA dinner last night, or Monday night, and was talking to Arturo Delgado, who's the LA County County Superintendent, and he was discussing how he was rewarding all the schools, or congratulating all the schools for all they did. And then he said, "Did I miss anybody?" Well, of course, I raised their hand. You know, as award winners of the Bell, I wanted to make sure he knew that. So he now knows that, and he asked me to encourage Mr. Weinstein to invite him and a couple of his superintendents, so to get a better feel of what it takes to win. So be looking forward to that. Also, I have a quote that I kind of want to say going into the next thing I want to talk about. Children need all school workers. A person is not just a janitor, not just a custodian. Janitors can see children when teachers don't see them. And bus drivers recognize the children who are disruptive on the bus are likely to be disorderly in the classroom. They're partners in education. We need each other to make this work. This was a quote from Reverend Jesse Jackson. The reason why I said this is the American Education Week for 2014. So that goes for all educators, all people that have anything to do with education. So on behalf of the entire board, I'm sure, we wish to thank everyone that have any part in our students' lives. And so thank you. With that, happy Thanksgiving, and that's it. Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you. Just want to congratulate everybody who won the Pride Award. Everybody makes a difference. It doesn't matter what your job is on the school grounds. You may not think you influence kids, but you do. Just your everyday actions influence kids. And I just want to thank everybody for what they do every day to educate kids in more ways than in the classroom. Thank you.
I just want to say the bottom line. On my best day, I couldn't wipe your chalkboard or hang out with Mrs. Schmidt at the hockey game tomorrow. Oh, I can't go, darn it. But my heart would be there. But, you know, and this is date night, Mrs. Roney. Wow. Mr. Roney is an exciting guy. I know he is. And happy 35th birthday to Miss Gaxiola. Oh, I'm at 25th, I'm sorry. And, doggone it, she looks younger than her sister. Oh, wait, you are. No, I'm just, no. To your sister, I said. Is this thing on? No? Okay, I know. And I can't wait to go to San Francisco to Golden Bell, because people say, "Where's Roseman? Little Roseman, where's that at?" So we can tell them. And Ms. Gaxiola promises that we will all have Mr. Weinstein's business cards. So nothing like dropping them at a vendor so Mr. Weinstein gets all these phone calls and goes, "When did it? Who are you?" Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Right. We might even take some of Mr. Van Brusker's business cards. That's a good idea. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and my goodness, it's going fast. It really is, you know. The older I get, the more I want it to slow down. On a note from me, I want to thank our teachers here and our educators, everyone. Soccer is over for me. Our last game was Saturday, boo-hoo. But we have All-Stars and playoffs. But a lot of you educators touch my soccer kids. I say my soccer kids because they are my soccer kids. And so, and they say, and they do, they say great things about you. I have little conversations on the pitch about their teachers, so that's pretty neat. When they could be talking about soccer or whatever, but it's about teachers, so that's pretty cool. And with that, thank you.
Thank you all for coming. And the Pride Award winners, really there's not much more we can say. Thank you seems like such a minor thing to say. But you all obviously are doing something right. Your peers are recognizing you, they see what you do. And I think that's awesome. And just like Mr. Starkey said, it's American Education, or Educators Week, but every single one of the people that work in the district, no matter what your job, are educators. Whether you want to be or whether you believe it, you are. Like Mr. Gutierrez said, kids learn from you and they remember, it seems like forever, when, I can remember when I was at the high school and doing the RP Career Advisor. I still get kids coming up to me and saying, oh, I didn't know this and I'm so glad you told me, or this, and it's amazing, because I haven't been at the high school for like ever. And it's just one of those things that warms your heart, and I really do appreciate all of you. Several mentions of the food drive and it benefiting the VFW. Our Veterans of Foreign Wars post this year is doing Thanksgiving and Christmas boxes. We just got the Ladies Auxiliary going up, getting up and going on Sunday, so we're helping them also. Truly, it's a blessing, and I know a lot of you know that because you know the kids in your classroom. We know those kids that need these things. And we're trying to get back up to where we were before and do the Christmas baskets and Thanksgiving baskets, and we're planning on doing a toy drive so that we can get toys to the kids that need them. So it's just awesome to see the schools pitching in, and actually when we heard about it, I cried, okay, but I do. So again, happy Thanksgiving, thank you for coming, and for all you do. Just thank you so much.
Major School Board Association that not only helps create regulations, CD regulations, but also gives consulting advice to districts. Is very critical that we, districts that we feel that are unique in size, unique in location, unique in area, of the type of size of area that we, not only size of ADA, but the size of area that we control, as well as, you know, the many things that we're doing and promoting and being successful at, that districts like ours and those that are similar to ours around California have a voice when these meetings are taking place throughout the state, as well as you know, helping other districts, not only talking about what our needs are, but talking about our successes and getting them out there. I wanted to recognize Scott as, in one way, that we were at the CSBA dinner in Bakersfield, and that at that dinner, one of the ladies in charge recognized Scott's efforts and talked about how that, you know, you can't have people be nominated who are silent. They have to be able to willing to get up there and speak their mind and talk about what's right and talk about the things that need to get done and the things that CSBA needs to be done. It's a 2-year term. It's something that's critical that we look towards representation, and I would encourage the board to have Scott do it again for us, because I think he's done a good job in the past.
Well, I don't need to be nominated. I was nominated last year. This is just to let everyone know that this will be my second year coming. So I'll be up for a nomination next year. So the ballots will be put out to us in January for us to recommend who we choose. I believe there's 3 seats that are going to be available, so we'll talk about it. Actually, we can only have 1 member from each district. except for, I think it's the high school district, because they're so large, I think the Kern County High School gets 2. But, so when that comes up, hope with our decisions by when we talk.
Okay. Needs where they feel they're, where they are or where they would like to be. And so they, in conjunction with their staff and their school site council, they create these plans.
Well, before we vote on it, I want to tell Ms. Hargis and everyone that worked on these plans, what an awesome effort you guys did putting these things together. Going through and reading them, absolutely amazing the time and effort you guys put into it. So thank you everyone for me.
They were great.
And with that, I'll make a motion to approve A through E of all the single school plans.
Second motion with a quick note. I've been on here 13 years. These are the best plans I've seen. So I appreciate the effort you guys have put into them. So with that, call for the vote.
Oh, and F, I'm sorry, and F, A through F. It's on the back side too, sorry.
Oh, yes, thank you. Okay.
Sorry.
All in favor for A through F, we don't want to
Aye.
leave Abraham Lincoln out.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
We need to do that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, do anything. It's Miss Sally's birthday. She's here working, and I'm gonna be really bad and say we need to sing happy birthday to her, make her all red faced. And I know it's happened once, but not from us, okay? So you can sit or stand, whatever you wanna do, but we're gonna sing happy birthday. Okay, who's got a voice? Not
You.
Okay. Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sally. Happy birthday to you.